I think the best decision that I made was making that phone call back in 1997 or whenever it was.
A long time ago.
Yeah, that was. The cool thing about this whole story is just that we actually like each other.
I worked for a manufacturer's rep, and Rand ended up calling one day. We struck up a conversation, and he kept calling back and kept ordering things. And one day he called and told me, "Your voice is like 1,000 roses blooming," and I totally fell for it.
Well, the Candyman was founded in 1969 by Matthew Schwartzman, who was a New York transplant. All through my childhood, the Candyman, of course, represented the great music store in town. I remember the great Candyman fire that happened in 1981. The fire destroyed the building, but it represented a mark in time for, anybody who's been around Santa Fe for all these years. They reference time by, the Candyman fire. Where were you for the Candyman fire? Do you remember? Oh yeah, that was before the Candyman fire. No, that was after the Candyman fire. 2009, Matthew became ill with a brain tumor and passed away in March of that year. Prior to his death, he and I discussed what ownership would look like.
We had dreamed of opening a music education center before we ever had bought the Candyman. So when that happened, we wanted to fulfill that dream. We didn't set out with strategy to create this amazing community. It just happened. When they say if you build it, they will come. It felt like that. We built it, we opened the doors. We like to say we're breeding new musicians here at the Candyman, and that's not just so we can have future customers. It's because, that's our tagline, making lives better through music since 1969. It's just incredible what music does. I call it the easy button. It cures everything.
The decision to really focus on community and to make this a community center, to make it a resource for everybody and everything musical, I think it's brought a lot of joy to us, it's brought a lot of joy to our staff, and I think it's brought a lot of joy to the Santa Fe community at large.
We're feeling pretty good about what we're peddling here at the Candyman.
I kind of look at us as we're caretakers of a bigger thing. I think that the legacy will be that the Candyman will continue for a number of years. We'll have told part of that story. That brings me a lot of comfort. And in the book, Matthew has his chapters, we'll have our chapters, but there will be a lot more to be written in the book by somebody else. And that's pretty exciting.
Thanks for making me fall for that cheesy 10,000 roses line.